You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me. The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid. Beat down. Hello, Bronny Boo.
Hi.
Here we are. We look like Bronson has COVID. It's official. So I'm wearing this
I gave in.
this stupid ass mask, but you're probably upset because I know you personally. You wanted to be one of those that said, "I never got it."
Well, I was for like a year and a half.
You killed it. I bet but it is what it is. I don't think it's a terrible thing.
I thought I was immune until I got it, obviously. But
Right.
that was like a pride of my
That was like
personality.
that was a notch in your belt.
Yeah, I was like very proud that I was able to go out and do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, and I hadn't gotten it.
Beyond shock concern that you were fucking right up in people's faces, concerts. I bet it was from when you went to that stupid fucking DJ thing.
Yeah, I got the Diplo strain of COVID.
100%. The Diclo strain?
The Diplo strain, because I saw Diplo.
Diclo.
Yeah.
You saw somebody's dick glow?
Yeah, that too.
That's
what
what
gave me COVID.
If you're that fucking close to a glowing dick, 100%,
Something's going on.
you got the Diclo strain, no question about it. But
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. So you've got like what? What are you, day 4?
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays. Day 5.
Day 4. Yeah, so you
I'm
got
halfway through.
All right, it's not terrible.
I don't feel
This
horrible.
mic, I'm sorry to our listeners, we got to get this fucking mic fixed.
I'll fix it in post.
Okay, all right. It has a psst after I speak. Psst.
But I apologize in advance for all the coughing and for...
Now it's like, you know what I feel like with my Tourette's. I'm only joking.
Yeah, but I have COVID.
I'm going for I'm getting intubated both ends, my rectum and my throat on Friday.
Ooh, are you excited?
Actually, is it wrong that I'm aroused just talking about it?
No.
It's wrong.
It's arousing.
So I got to tell you something that did arouse me.
Yeah.
Want to hear that? Not literally, but it was. So we're in the mall today. By the way, thank you for my Father's Day gift. You didn't know you got it from me. My little.
Well, the family went to the mall without me, and then you're like, "This is my Father's Day present."
Yeah, Mom, and you guys got me this from Louis Vuitton. So I said to Brooke, "I'm hipster. It's very hip. It makes me hip."
It's not. That's not a hipster thing.
No, like I'm very hip. And he said, "No, it's a different word called with a B.
Bougie.
Bougie."
Yeah.
I'm like fucking bougie.
Bougie is an old word.
So you got to hear this. So the greatest thing is, so Mom wants to go into Chanel. The mall.
Yeah.
I know, not Chanel separate store, but
The kiosk in the...
no. Let me finish. In the Saks.
Right.
Saks.
That's what I was going to say. The kiosk in Saks.
Right. It's not really a kiosk. It's they have their own little section, but they wouldn't let her in without a mask on, and they would give her a mask. And Mom said, "Nope, I don't like that policy. I'm not going in."
Fuck. That's what I wanted.
Third time's a try.
Good job,
No,
Mom.
how fucking proud.
Good job, Mom.
Should we call Mom quickly about that and ask her thoughts behind it? Because I'm proud of her. I said, I am so aroused right now. Do you have her phone?
I think my phone's connected to the board,
So what does that mean?
so I'll call her.
But Bron, isn't that huge for Mom?
That is huge.
But Chanel to Mom is like, it's
like that's like
a crack to
It's like God.
It's like crack to a crack whore.
That's literally like a Christian.
Yeah. No,
Not
it's isn't like having a
listening to
drug.
Jesus, because
Yeah, unfucking. I'm so proud of her. I'm actually getting aroused. That's why my legs are crossed right now. She wouldn't go in. She says, "Nope, I'll fucking go to Nordstrom's for it."
so she still went.
No, we didn't go this time. Instead, she went to Omaha Steak Store and bought fucking hundreds of dollars worth of steaks. I'm like, I could have went to Capitol Grill. Unbelievable.
Answer.
Don't play with the carpet, Ronnie.
Don't play with that.
I don't even hear it. It's not on Bluetooth.
I know it wasn't connecting.
Why?
Hello.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Nelly.
Hi.
How aroused am I that you fucking took a stand and didn't go into the Chanel store because you didn't like the policy of having to wear a mask?
That's right, baby.
No, seriously. You joke. No,
I did that. Bonnie, did Dad tell you what I did?
He just did.
I just
yeah.
did. Is
Yeah,
that not?
I did.
Is for you? That would be like a crack whore not wanting crack.
Right. And she was like, "You have a mask?" I said, "No." And she goes, "Well, you need one." So I said, "No, too complicated." And I walked out.
And then your private Chanel shopper called you, and you're like, "No, I go to Nordstrom's or something."
Amen.
Now I'm gonna fucking rock your world tonight like nobody's business.
Ew.
Ill? That's what you say,
Mom,
ill?
Mom, tell him that he has to wear a mask.
Embrace it. Ill?
Tell him he has to wear a mask in bed.
Oh God.
No, now your husband.
That's terrible.
Wait, your husband says I'm gonna rock you world because I'm so turned on. You go ill in front of your son.
Ew,
Yes.
in front of our son.
And
is
I
right
bet
there.
she says it when I'm not around.
I rock. That's my point. I
It's
rock.
not.
I rock your world. That's what created our sons.
John, to talk about sex while your son is there.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
with his
whoa,
own
whoa.
parents
Excuse
is
me.
gross. It's
By
gross.
the way, I'm very offended and I feel very violated because I was going to read you poetry. Why'd you make it sexual?
Oh God.
Fuck it. I'm not rocking. You know what? I'm rocking my own world tonight.
All right, knock yourself out.
It won't be the first or the last time.
Oh, God.
You're proud of your mother, Bronny?
Yes, very good.
No, that's
job.
huge.
Well-
I'm not joking.
I mean, you did just. We're gonna go to another store to buy it. Did you do it because it was too complicated, or did you do it because you
No, I
truly
was
didn't want to wear a
annoyed.
mask?
The
She's annoyed.
store doesn't put Saks doesn't make you wear a mask. And we went into Louis Vuitton. It's not like every one of the little stores. None of them make you wear a mask. But that one, so I was annoyed. If I'm in Saks, I'm shopping in Saks, and I go into a little store within Saks, don't make me put a mask on.
And then we
That's
tried to go to
enough.
Gucci, but they wouldn't let us in because we were white, correct?
Oh God, that's terrible.
Dad showed me a picture on his phone right before this started, and he goes,
No. Don't say a word. No need to say it.
"I can't tell what the picture looked like." He
No,
goes, look at this picture.
No, yeah, just look at the picture. We'll leave it alone at that. If people on our Discord want to join our
I
Patreon,
was embarrassed that Dad took that picture.
I told him, I said, "You can't show anyone that picture."
okay, all right. So,
No,
all
and
right.
I was embarrassed. I walked ahead of him.
You're embarrassed. Okay, great. So now you're embarrassed and ill when I go to Rocky World. All right, we lasted 30 years. It was a good run, baby.
Ay.
Goodbye.
Aye.
Bronson, stop with the fucking carpet.
All right,
Bye
bye-bye.
now. Proud of
Bye.
you. Proud of you. All right. Aren't you proud of her? That's very anti-mom, isn't it?
I am proud of her. I mean, yeah,
It
I'm
is
proud of her for
anti-mom.
standing up for what she believes in.
But I'm proud of the fact that she believes in that now.
It's not cover your nose.
Now it is. I know. Don't worry about it. Just don't get any droplings on me.
Droplings.
Droplings. Which are little baby droplets.
Yeah.
So-
But yeah, I do have COVID, and it's a super bummer.
How do you feel?
I feel fine.
It's not terrible.
Like my actual body doesn't feel sick anymore. The first 2 days I had a fever. It felt like a flu. I had a fever. My head hurt. I was coughing a lot. Now I just feel like really tired and out of it. Like my brain feels foggy. I'm sleeping. Half the day I'm sleeping.
All right.
But I feel fine. My body feels fine.
All right, but it's not so bad. You're home.
Well, it's not-
We're taking care of you. It's just boring.
I'm not complaining about it because
I don't say you are
I'm not
complaining.
I'm feeling bad. I'm complaining about it because
You're bored
I'm-
out of your ass.
No, not even that. I'm not even that bored. I'm just pissed that I got it this late. Like it's such a bitch move to get it so late. I like held out so long, and then now I can't say that I held out, and that's disappointing to me.
Okay.
That's all.
I get it.
But I'll get over it.
Yeah, no, I get it because I know your personality, but it's okay. And I'm glad you're home with us and you could not stuck in LA in an apartment by yourself. Then you'd be miserable.
Yes and no. I would be, but I also wouldn't be because
But how would you get
would-
food?
Postmates.
Okay, yeah, I still think it's better to be home, Ronnie.
It definitely is better to be at home.
Because you could sit out, like tonight when you're on the roof and have dinner, you could still sit 6 feet apart from us and no big deal. Plus, we all had it.
Yeah, you have all had it. Oh, no, now there's all these new variants that are coming out. Like specifically this week, there's this like Indian variant that's supposed to be really bad that the vaccines aren't working for.
What
as
I
of
tell
right
you,
now.
what I tell you.
And then there's this even newer one that I saw news about like 2 days ago in China called the Delta variant. I don't know why it's Delta, but that one is supposed to like be quicker. Like you get it, and then like the next day you have symptoms rather than 4 or 5 days of incubation, and it's supposed to be like heavier symptoms.
Well, again, I'm not changing my life, and I'll deal with it if I get it, and we'll deal with it. Seriously,
Right,
it's
like
just-
what we did. I was living my normal life completely up until 4 days ago, and then I got it. Now I'm in bed for 10 days, and then
and you'll survive.
the day after, literally Friday is the day that the doctor said I can resume normal life. You better believe Friday night I'm going out and resuming normal life again.
Okay, I have no problem with that.
No, I'm just
The
saying.
day I tested-
Our philosophy is just
Right. The day I
it's not gonna
tested negative, I
knock
was
us
fucking out.
Right, exactly.
I still want you to go to CVS and get a test
of
before
course,
you go.
I'm going to get a negative test before I go.
Right.
But the state did call me and they said after 10 days, if you show no symptoms, you're not contagious, even if you test positive. So they said you're okay to resume normal life. The test can still become positive because it's still remnants can be in your system, but you're not contagious after 10 days.
Fair enough.
That's what they said.
So we're doing this. Look at the loyalty to our listeners, huh?
True dedication.
We haven't gone live in a while.
I know. We could do that tonight if you want.
That's gonna be a little hard, don't you think? I don't want to sit that close. I'm not trying to be
We
difficult.
can do it.
Oh, with the 2 phones?
Yeah.
But I'm not on TikTok. Moms. I'll use moms. There we go.
Yeah. Or no, we can't do TikTok 2 phones, but we can do Instagram 2 phones.
But how will people know? It doesn't matter. We'll talk later. Yeah. All right. It's not live.
A crazy thing happened in Massachusetts like 2 days ago.
The Commonwealth of Massachusetts?
Sure.
Which I don't know what that even means, but go on.
Then why'd you say it?
Because they call it the Commonwealth. I remember from all the law cases.
That's like their state.
I know.
It's called the Commonwealth.
I know.
Well, because it's from colonial times. That's what they called it.
Okay.
And they still keep it. I think there were other
Your hair's
Commonwealths.
looking good.
Thank you.
We have good hair. The Blooms have good hair.
Yeah.
I must say so ourselves.
Yeah, except
So-
Bryce.
Bryce has thick hair.
Yeah, but it's like black person hair.
No, I don't agree with you. on
It's
that.
like wiry.
No, I don't agree. It's very soft. I don't agree with you. It's very thick.
No, it's not. It's soft, but it's like wiry.
No.
Burke and mine is like luscious. Bryce's is like coarse.
Denser. Yours a little more, just wavier.
Yeah.
Bryce is more like mine.
Yes, your hair's like wiry a bit.
It's not white. It's just
like mine is like silky. Yours is not.
Oh my God, you fagula. Go on.
So in Massachusetts, a couple days ago, this lobster diver, he like
About the whale fucking
yeah,
guy.
isn't that
They
fucking
told
crazy?
me that. Okay, tell the story because that.
Yeah, so this
I just found out an hour ago. They
this
told
guy
me
was diving. He's a lobster diver,
but
in
like a very
Massachusetts.
successful one.
Yeah, and so like he has a scuba dive tank, and he goes down and he collects lobsters from the tanks on the floor and then sells them in Massachusetts, like Boston is known for lobsters and
Maine lobsters.
lobster rolls and all that stuff. So it's a popular industry there. And he said that he was down.
Going down under, mate. Go ahead.
You have Tourette's? What are you doing?
No, I was just doing my Australian accent.
He was
Nice.
going down to collect some of the traps, and then he said that he felt something like a truck hit him, and then he couldn't tell what was happening, and then he finally was able to open his eyes or something, and he saw that he was inside of a humpback whale's mouth, and the mouth was closed, and he was like, I didn't know what to do.
That's fucking crazy. Is
Imagine
there
that.
an interview?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Could you imagine how crazy that is? And he spit him out, right?
Yeah, because a whale doesn't want to eat a man.
No, they eat the
They eat
plankton.
krill. Like whales are not vicious at all.
You think it's true?
Yeah, of course. Of course it's true.
Be the story of the year. A lobster diver nearly eaten alive by, get this, a humpback whale. Sounds like a story from a children's book.
I think there's a
Whale.
Woman.
All he has is a broken knee.
Michael Packard came home from the hospital Friday afternoon with one incredible story to tell.
And I just felt this truck hit me, and everything just went dark.
He was lobster diving off the coast of Provincetown when the world around him suddenly blacked out.
Just thought, did I just get eaten by a white shark? And then I said, no, I don't feel any teeth. And I said, oh my God, I'm in the mouth of a whale
Crazy.
with his mouth shut.
Seconds later, he realized he was in serious trouble. To make things even worse, he couldn't find the regulator for his oxygen tank, and he had no way to escape.
Am I just gonna run out of air and suffocate? Is he gonna swallow me?
That's when he thought about his family.
And I'm like, this is how you're gonna go, Michael. This is how you're gonna die. In the mouth of a whale.
His son Jacob was in school at the time.
He didn't mean
and
for
got
that to
a
be
text
funny, but
from
that
his
was
mother.
funny.
Yeah, your dad was diving and a whale just I don't know, attacked him, ate him.
The humpback whale eventually spit him out after about 30 or 40 seconds.
And I just got thrown out of his mouth into the water. There was just white water everywhere. And I just was laying on the surface floating.
That doesn't seem like a long time, but try telling that to someone who almost became a whale's hot lunch.
But I have a dislocated knee.
The reporter, there it is.
It's just a lot of soft tissue damage in my legs.
Wow, Bron?
I mean, what a funny story.
I've never heard of that.
The whale definitely didn't mean to. It definitely.
It just had its mouth open, was eating shit.
It was probably just trolling.
Do you know the fucking size how big that whale must be?
Well, humpback whales are the biggest animals in the world.
Crazy.
A humpback whale's mouth is the size of this room, Dad.
Unbelievable.
They're massive animals. Local news is so annoying, and they always talk like this in the same cadence.
Oh my God.
And then they always do like annoying little puns. Like for this, they're like,
it wasn't time for dinner.
Right, like the diver went out to catch lobsters, but something that wasn't on the menu
was white meat.
Like a humpback whale.
Yeah. The humpback whale likes dark meat, not white meat.
Like
I mean,
it's like, just tell me the story. Just
but
tell me the news.
When we grew up on it, there's only 3 stations.
Well, there still are only 4 local news.
Right, the local news, like CBS, NBC, ABC.
There's still only those.
And then we had
local.
like Pix was the greatest thing. Like, it was so funny. It was like the kids' network.
I think Pix still
Channel 11 or something.
But there's for local news, there's still only those things.
But it's funny. Wow, that guy's
It's just
crazy.
a crazy story. And then now he's
gonna write a book. He's gonna write a book.
Well, apparently there's like already a movie being made, which is so annoying.
What can they do about a movie?
Like,
give me a fucking
so
break.
annoying.
Yeah, give me a break.
I mean, one of the most famous stories in the world is about a guy being eaten by a whale.
Who's that?
Jonah and the whale.
Oh.
From the Bible, right? That's like one of the most famous.
I don't know. I don't read the book. I don't read that book.
But you know that story.
I heard of it.
Right. Okay. So there you go.
Yeah. Interesting. Maybe his name's Jonah. It's a miracle.
Yeah, that's such like a Massachusetts thing too.
What is that right there? Oh, everywhere I went was Pride stuff in the mall. I hate the fucking mall to begin with. I don't want
Speaking
to
of
go
Pride,
to
do
the
you
mall.
want to do this now? Do you want to watch this video?
Want to do a Megal? What?
No. Do you want to watch this video? Since we're already probably demonetized for this episode because of playing that video.
We lost 4 cents?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
so let's just say fuck it. Let's watch this video. Yeah, I guess we'll just watch it and then we can talk about it after.
Is it long?
It's like 2 minutes. We can watch the first minute of it. And
Okay.
It's a video that played on Nickelodeon. What's Nickelodeon?
Of course I know Nickelodeon. Children's show.
It's a children's channel.
Right.
And not for like 12-year-olds, for like
That has like the way that it has like the slush thing that throws on you. I love Nickelodeon.
slush,
You know,
slime.
slime, yeah. You know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, Nickelodeon is a children's network. They played this last week. They're playing it consistently on the network. It's a music video from a drag queen called Nina West, who's apparently a famous drag queen. And it's a song that she wrote to explain like the pride flag. We'll just watch it, I guess.
This world is over. It's over, Bronny. Terrible. I walked through the mall, the fucking world. First of all, in the mall, I got to sneeze. 1 minute. Mute me, I got to sneeze.
You're muted. Now you're not going to. Look at the light.
I'm not gonna.
The thing with pride, too, is like, I'm all for pride. I'm all for gay people being like, I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud that I can feel comfortable in this world.
I think we're all in favor of gay people. Like, who cares?
Right.
That's not the issue. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but because if you listen to excerpts, it sounds like I'm anti-gay. I swear on my life, my whole philosophy is live and let live. I have zero issue. I don't care about anyone's sexuality in any capacity. I don't know why Kevin's called me. Should we put him on podcast?
Maybe because he drank your Macallan.
Should I ask him?
No.
Should I put him on for a minute?
No.
All right, I'll message him. I'm listening, Bronny.
I think the problem with pride is that it's become so corporatized that all these people, like these corporations, are just taking advantage of the LGBT community to sell.
It's insincere.
Oh, completely.
It's the same thing as the BLM. Remember, we talked about the same thing as
July
BLM.
July 1st, the day after Pride Month ends, there's going to be no
And what's July?
gay flags
What's
at
July
any of
month?
these. Yeah, I don't even know. what
Spicy
July is.
mustard month? I mean, what the fuck? It's
Oh,
ridiculous.
I love spicy mustard.
Ridiculous.
All right, so let's watch this video.
Nickelodeon.
It's Pride, everybody! Every color on the Pride flag is a symbol in the sky. Pride. And I'm proud to be
horrible
me every
singer.
time that I see that Pride flag waving high. Red means life because living is a gift. Orange means healing, and we have to persist in working to heal the world and healing ourselves.
Oh my God.
Yellow means sunlight cause you gotta shine bright. Green means nature and we gotta fight to keep our earth.
What does nature have to do with the pride? With
Okay,
LGBT?
turn this off. Turn it off.
Wait.
Turn it
Turn
off.
Doesn't it just fill you with pride? Showing who you are on the inside. Wave that pride flag up high.
You gotta wait till these colors.
Blue means harmony, working together. Purple means spirit, believing you have the power and strength within yourself to do whatever you dream. Baby blue, pink, and white represent transgender people because every letter in LGBTQ plus is equal. And black and brown represent the queer and trans people of color. Doesn't it just fill you with
No, I can't watch
pride?
it. Okay, let me explain something. First of all, I want to be very clear. Those colors don't represent that. They're colors. That's all they are.
Well, also,
They're not-
what does nature have to do with being LGBT?
Okay,
What
okay.
is? Wait, what did she say? Red was. Red was.
My kids will never watch Nickelodeon.
Well, we're.
Living is a gift.
So she says red is for life.
And orange is healing? No, it's not.
No, but it's also like. First of all, those are arbitrarily put towards.
That's
those
my
colors.
point. They're just
But then it's
colors.
also, what does living have to do
No,
with
but
LGBT?
they're just colors. It's
Oh, we have a pride flag.
yes, we do on our thing. By the way, but the fucking it's the stupidest fucking song. Now, by the way, Bronson, I would have no problem if the like Nickelodeon wanted to acknowledge it and talk about it for a minute, like it's what Pride Month means or things like that. I'm fine with education. That song's fucking stupid. You understand the difference? It's stupid.
But also, like, what a lot of people have
Do
been,
you not think it's stupid?
it's definitely stupid.
Okay,
What a lot
that's
of
all I
what a
care
lot
about.
of people have been
I just want to see
saying.
what Kevin said. Yeah, go ahead and listen.
Is this the forum to do this?
No? Okay. You're right. Go on.
What
Is
a lot
any
of people,
form really to do anything?
when we're in a podcast, to be texting your friends is not
All
the
right.
best.
Well, you know, fine.
What was so important that?
He said, I like to be in your podcast right now. I got something urgent to tell your listeners.
Oh, okay. So
But I said,
so
no, it's
calm.
not. I said, it's really not appropriate right now because listen to the Nickelodeon Pride song, which is really more important.
What a lot of people have been saying is that, like, while this is fine, and I don't know where I stand on it exactly.
Can you forward that to me?
Yeah.
Is there a way to forward me that link?
No, there's not a way.
Okay, can you find a way? Are you being sarcastic?
Yes, of course.
I know you are.
Literally, of course, it's a YouTube video.
Can you forward it to
With
me as a text?
500,000 views. Yes, I
All
can
right.
give it to you as a text right now.
Right now.
Okay.
Continue.
Um,
But I do want it. Oh, I just got it. Go on.
a lot of people have the problem they're saying is like parents put their children in front of the TV to watch Nickelodeon and they trust that Nickelodeon is just going to entertain their children because it's a kids program.
Valid point.
And then something like this airs
There's an agenda.
and it's like indoctrination. Like it's
Yep.
clearly teaching the kids that like
And the more fun we make it, the more colorful, the more intrigued the kids are going to be.
yeah,
right?
well a song is
Yep.
kids learn
Yep.
from
Yep.
melody and rhythm.
Oh my God. And those colors doesn't mean what they're fucking saying.
Well, they're just arbitrary, but then it's also like, why is nature on the pride flag? I thought each color was for a different, like, I thought
Group.
one was for gay, one was for
I
bi,
thought
one
a
was for...
color represented a group.
I
Correct.
always thought that.
Well, you
But
live
wait,
without it.
colors just represent,
Maybe we need to
Life?
maybe we need to watch Nickelodeon more if we learn about it.
yeah.
Wow. How'd you find that?
What do you mean?
Like, how do you find that shit?
It's just all, what do you mean?
That's
you always
fucked up.
ask me, how do I find it? It's like,
'Cause it's
I find it
intriguing.
from the internet.
It's the World Wide Web, the dark web.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. That's Bronny. First of all, at least whatever. Again, no issue with LGBT and all those letters. I have no issue with it. I'm being honest with you. No issue with someone's sexuality. No issue how someone wants to live their life. Who gives a shit? But I have an issue with that because it's an agenda. It's nothing more than to monetize it, to jump on the bandwagon and think do what is correct. It's bullshit.
Also, the one problem I have with all of the identity stuff and gender and all that with children is that children are stupid.
And they're too young.
Right, like in this song, she says, let me see if I can find it. Like, yeah, that, who you are on the inside. It's like so they're teaching kids that how you feel on the inside is how you need to express yourself. When I was a kid, I felt like a fucking dinosaur some days. Does that mean I need to change my identity to a dinosaur? You know, it's like kids are stupid.
Right, they're so malleable too.
Yeah.
And they have so many highs and lows and
So,
not
like,
knowing where they belong.
So to like drill into a kid, whatever you feel internally is the truth.
Yeah,
It's
not
like,
as a kid, I'm sorry.
I don't agree with that statement.
No, it's ridiculous.
Even as an adult, I don't agree with that.
And people change their mind all the time.
That's what I mean. It's
Like you might get a tattoo at 20 and hate it at 40.
Yeah, you also might.
Right? It happens
You
all the
also
time.
might think something and you're just wrong about your own self. You can
When
be
you're
wrong
older,
about
right?
yourself.
You're immature, you grow, you mature, different things change, and you can't change that shit.
Yeah, with children, it's tough because then also like, I mean, that's a whole other conversation.
I love to hear how that song ends.
What do you mean?
How did they merge it into it? See, like that messaging, be true to you. I don't agree with that messaging towards children. I don't think children need to all be the individual true selves that they feel At that age.
A 7-year-old, it doesn't matter how a 7-year-old feels on the inside. It doesn't, in my opinion.
I understand what you're saying.
It only matters if they're happy or sad, really.
But a 7-year-old,
right? Like it doesn't matter if a 7-year-old feels that they are not being listened to and they want to,
I don't know if I agree completely with that. That's a general statement. I don't know if I agree with that. I understand what you're trying to say. I mean, like you're 7, you don't even know enough about life, about what you feel. You have your testosterone, estrogen.
There's no testosterone or estrogen.
What I'm saying is, you get a little bit older, you have puberty coming in. There's all these different mixed things. Are you an outgoing person? Are you not an outgoing person? Do you have friends? Not have friends? There's so many different factors that come in making a child grow up, and it's a complicated time to be a child. So I think you need to mature and grow a little bit older before you start picking a side, if that makes sense. But then again, look at Jazz, who we've known. You know, I knew her when she was born a boy, and her whole family. And since she's been little, she's been saying she's a girl. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't walk in their shoes. And there's no judgment either way. But what I am saying is that something like this I don't think it's for education. I just think it's because let's jump on the bandwagon again. It's so much in your face. It's so prevalent out there that I'm not sure it's really sincere. And it's like what's going on with these private schools in New York City, all this shit. It's just too much. It's too much. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. It definitely is too much. And it's complicated the world. Like identity politics like this has like you said, being a kid is so complicated. And it's like this only
just let
complicates
kids be
it more.
kids. Just let kids be fucking kids and just they got enough pressures. Why add more shit and more confusion in this fucked up world when these kids between social media, like I told you that I showed you that little dance off with that little, Asian girl I did. It was cute. She's like 6 years old or 7 years old. And she has her own Instagram page and she's showing all of us what she posts. And I don't know, a kid should not even be concerned with that. Let the kid... Excuse me, guys.
COVID.
No, it's bad enough that she's at work on a Saturday with her mom at the nail salon. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so she can't even... And it's okay she has to go with her mom to do that. But you lose some of your childhood by having to go on the weekends with your mom to go work, right?
But that's also
cultural.
Part of normal childhood for certain people.
I think it's more of a cultural thing. It's okay, but my point is, it's complicated enough. So now that she has...
touching your mask.
Sorry, she has this Instagram page. It's hysterical, and she's worried about how many followers at the age of 7.
No, that's absolutely horrible.
And the posting, and I don't know, I just think I get...
Well, your mask, that mask just doesn't work. Yeah,
it's too big.
It clearly just doesn't work.
It's okay.
It keeps falling.
It'll survive. So, I don't know. I just think that stuff's bullshit. I think that stuff's bullshit.
Also,
Bullshit.
they had the BLM fist in the video.
I saw that.
And so they added black and brown on
I
the flag.
saw that.
So it just doesn't.
Why?
The flag
So
truly
wait.
doesn't make sense.
So wait,
they
wait,
have
wait.
red for life. They have green for nature, and then they have black and brown for black and brown people.
Wait.
It's like,
but
no,
here's
those
my
don't
point.
fit together.
Why is so the black movement, the BLM, Black Lives Matter movement? Okay, that is I don't think that should be part of the gay pride.
Well,
it has nothing to do
all
with it.
intersectional now. Remember, we've talked about that. So it's like it's all because if you can get as many minority things as possible,
That's all.
then
Just
you're-
throw it all
you're
in
the
there
leader.
together, right?
Like the more oppressed you can be, the better you are in society now. To the left, like the left reveres black trans women the most because they're the most oppressed.
Great.
So they're like the top.
Enjoy yourself
of the left.
Yeah, if that's what they want, enjoy yourself. But right, they added now the beige and the black into it, right?
Yes, it's just like they have the colors that are just for things, nature, love, life, and then they have one for trans, and then they have one for black people. It's like stay consistent with the flag. Make it all about people or all about things. It's half people, half things.
I think it should just be about sexuality and I mean how you not minority. And see, I don't look at this. I never thought as LGBT, whatever. Again, I'm sorry, I just don't know the whole acronym. But I never thought that was about racism and minorities. I thought it's about being different, like being, you want to be different sexually. Or, I mean, that's not like to have sex, meaning this mess is a fucking joke. I'm putting on the other thing.
No, don't put the face shield on.
Really? All right.
You hear the difference between that and that? There's a huge difference.
Much different.
Right. So I want you to stay with the crisp audio.
So, how me explain. You understand what I'm trying to say? I thought this was more about you're born a certain way and you want to be different, whether it's gay or not gay, or you want to come out.
The black and brown on the flag is they're like they said in this song. It's just to acknowledge that they're black and brown gay people, like LGBT.
No, but why? No, how about people? Again, stop with the labels.
But stop with the labels. Dad, you're talking to the kings of labels.
No, but why not put Indian color in there? Is that beige? I don't know. I'm so stupid.
There's no Indian color. And it'd be red, but there's no Indian color.
Listen. Sorry about the mask.
Go get a new mask.
It's a terrible mask.
Go get a new
isn't it?
mask.
It's a terrible mask.
Well, it just keeps falling down.
I know. It's okay.
Go get a new one.
It's okay.
Do you want this one?
Yeah, if you don't mind. That's a dumb thing, Bronny. Dumb fucking thing. Yeah, it's the world we live in.
Someone on one of our lives, we were talking about how all these companies are like making their logos into the pride flag for the month and stuff. Someone called it something. Someone who's gay on one of our lives was like, yeah, we call it something. And it was a great word for it. Like,
I don't remember.
And there apparently a lot of gay people are aware of it. Like, they're aware that
bullshit.
That companies try to take advantage of the situation, and
it's just not sincere, Bronny.
No,
it's bullshit. All of it's bullshit. Thank you for sharing that with me. That was a good one. I liked it.
You're welcome. So, sorry guys, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We're here now, right? You're doing it with COVID. They got to respect that, our listeners.
Well, they don't have to, but
yes, they do. They have to.
I love that we have a pride flag on our board.
There's no beige or brown or black.
Yeah, but we have the OG pride flag.
We do.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, mom's mixing something.
Yeah, probably making frozen margaritas or something. That's what it sounds like.
Unbelievable.
The biggest. So this week, a lot of stuff actually happened with in China, like internal things in China that are going to change the world probably.
Like what?
That no one's talking about. Also, literally no one's talking about it. I knew about it from alternate media
Who
sources.
called you? How'd you know? Dennis Rodman told you?
That's North Korea.
Same difference.
No.
What's worse, China or North Korea?
Depends on what you're asking.
Who's worse?
In terms of what? Who's more of a threat to the world? Definitely China.
Are they against each other, China and North Korea?
No.
They're allies?
Yeah. North Korea is like owned by China. Like the country wouldn't exist if it wasn't for China. We talked about that, remember?
Okay, you think I remember?
The Korean War, like we created South Korea. That's why they're a great democracy. And China created North Korea.
You don't hear that?
Oh, I hear it.
What is that when you talk only?
No, mom's
That's mom's
in the kitchen.
All right, she's got to stop that. 100% stopping that shit. I hear it in the mic. It's in the ears. It's the weirdest thing.
Well, it's because the mic's picking it up and you're hearing it in your ears.
That's crazy. It's far away.
Hello.
Hey, hon, you got to stop with the mixer, the blender. Seriously.
Oh, Dad says you got to stop with the mixer.
Yeah,
Liz
we
is
have
cooking.
No, you got to wait 25 minutes. There's no way.
You got to wait 25 minutes.
Oh, God.
He's cooking an amazing sauce with tomatoes.
Okay, you got to wait. It's annoying the fuck out of me.
You got to move the studio upstairs.
No,
You can live life.
okay.
Live life for 1 hour a week.
Listen.
You can pause life 1 hour a week.
This is my house, my rules. Tell them to stop doing it. Thank you. Goodbye. I can't hear you. My house. Bye. Go ahead.
Okay, so China has been doing a lot of internal things inside the country the past couple of weeks that are like going to affect everything. And so like I was saying, you can't really, like, no one's really reporting on it. I had to do like digging on Google. Like I had to search specific words to find it. Like if I just Google China speech. So Xi Jinping, who is the leader of China, gave a big speech to the government last week where he laid out all this new diplomacy. If you Google China Xi speech, it doesn't come up. I had to Google like all these specific keywords to find stuff. I don't know why. I don't know why people aren't reporting on this. But basically, two main things to come out of the speech. One, which is very scary. This is a quote from, so this headline says, China state media says country must prepare for nuclear war with the U.S. after Biden asks for COVID probe. So Biden last week.
Oh, we have Biden. How it's like bringing a 3-year-old to a fist fight.
Biden last week, like, said he doubled down on his thing from a couple weeks ago where he said, we're going to send actual investigators into China and we're going to get to the bottom of this now. It's like, we know there's enough evidence that it came from China where like they owe the world answers and we're going to get to the bottom of it, which good. That's a great thing that Biden did. If he can pull that off, I will applaud him. That's
not
great.
happening though with Biden.
Trump never did any investigation into China. He said it, but he never actually did it. So Biden did that. Here it says, China and the U.S. have been sparring over a range of issues, including the pandemic. This op-ed came one day after Biden announced he instructed the intelligence community to double down on their efforts to identify the COVID-19 origin, including coming up with a list of questions that China has to answer. And then, so what China did was this is a quote from, who is this from? It says, Hu Zhijin, the editor of the Chinese state-run newspaper, the Global Times. So they're just the propaganda arm of the Chinese government.
Well, it is.
A quote, they said, we must be prepared for an intense showdown between China and the U.S. The number of China's nuclear warheads must reach the quantity that makes U.S. elites shiver should they entertain the idea of engaging in a military confrontation with China. He advocated for rapidly increasing the number of commissioned nuclear warheads and DF-41s, an intercontinental ballistic missile, and strategic missiles that have long-range capabilities.
Could you imagine? That's a major threat right there. And we have Biden. Could you imagine?
Well,
Biden will deed over the property of America.
The reason that they're doing this is because Biden's threatening them. I kind of like that sentence was a response to feeling threatened from Biden.
I don't know. I still, it's a problem. It's a problem. It's a major problem.
Yes. It's a
major
huge
problem. And we have the weakest government ever in history. Ever.
Based on what?
I just think we have, from what I'm aware of.
What? But like what? What is it that you're aware of?
I'm talking about from me being alive, this is the weakest government we've had.
Why? I'm asking.
Why? Because our leaders are weak. They're not for the benefit of America. I don't think they support the armed forces, and I think that they're and they don't.
But why? Why is today? Like, what's the date? Why June 13th, 2021? Why is this weaker than June 13th, 2020?
Oh, because I think because you're a leader. For example, if you have Reagan,
do you feel like less safe in the country?
Yeah, if you have Reagan or Jimmy Carter in, if you have Jimmy Carter's the president, I felt better with Reagan as the president.
You're also a child.
No, but listen, but you understand there's a difference of a leader. It's like this: if you walk in the streets with me, okay, and you walk the streets with, let's assume Peter, my friend Peter. No, you know what I'm saying?
So you just...
Do you understand what I'm saying from a safety?
You feel unsafe, but you don't think
most people...
But is the country actually less safe?
I think we're less safe only because our leaders are weak and there's no oomph behind it, no backing behind it, and no...
Backing behind what?
Of if their words, or there's no repercussions. Just look what's going on with the world today, in America today. I think that if our leaders have no credibility, they're weak. They're not strong. If they're stronger and they take no shit and have credibility, these other countries are going to think twice about it. You don't understand that concept?
I do. I just think America's been weak for the last 60 years.
Okay. Well, I'm just
I don't think we're any weaker now than we were 170 days ago when Trump was in office.
I think big difference. I think the tolerance, and I think that you ever see some parents say, you take one more step, like credibility, they threaten their kids but has no value, and you see certain parents that they're going to major follow through with, so you get the repercussions.
What does Biden not follow through with that leads you to believe that?
Okay, Bronson.
Don't say 47 years.
No, but Bronson, everything he does, who he is, the fact that he I don't think he's even running a country. I think he's a puppet. The fact that he's old, the fact that he's done nothing for 47 years, his view on, no, you could shake it, but his view on what I think is important to me, I don't think he does.
No, but what has he not followed through with that he's threatened?
Wait, Bronson, you understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to deal with you. You do understand what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm asking you to base it off something.
I am basing it off
what?
Him.
Right, but so just him as a person, or what he's done?
Okay.
Because what has he done?
Okay, the fact that he wants to supports defunding the police. The fact that he doesn't.
But he hasn't.
Listen, the
police have been more funded than they were 6 months ago.
Do you understand between, let's say, take him or someone like DeSantis, their views and their beliefs? So when you talk about somebody and you make a judgment call about them, you go based upon their views and their beliefs and who they are, and let's say their prior track record. He's a weak fucking leader.
But what's his prior track record?
Wait, Bronson. Do you understand? Let me ask. I don't have to prove myself to you. I'm telling you, he's a weak leader. You tell me he's not a weak leader? Telling you feel just as safe with him as opposed to you did with Trump?
I don't know yet. He hasn't proved to be weak or strong to me yet.
Okay, well, that's the problem with your generation.
Why? Because
that's the problem.
Base things off evidence.
Are we going to go back to the evidence again? Is that what we're going to really do?
I'm saying he hasn't proven himself to be weak to me. Okay. I haven't seen weakness. I haven't seen much strength.
When you see him speak and him lecture things and talk about things, you feel comfortable that he's the president of the United States, supposed to be the most powerful country in the world?
I don't feel comfortable with anyone being the president.
Okay, well, you're not. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
So there are better presidents than other presidents when it comes to economics, when it comes to healthcare, when it comes to socialistic views, when it comes to strength and military. There are presidents that have various views and beliefs. Fucking ass. Various views and beliefs that differ. What might be important to you might not be as important to me. What's important to me, first and foremost, the safety of my family and our country. Then after that, my economic safety of my money that I worked hard for. That's what's important to me.
Yeah.
Okay? Not letting people in the fucking borders where we have our veterans who are fucking homeless and need help, and we're not going to help them, but we're going to let the fucking people come in illegally.
Well, they're stopping that.
Listen, now they are, okay?
It's not. It doesn't take a day.
But Bronson, they supported it. This was a supported issue.
Okay, but can't people
or march in the streets? No, because it's not. it's not a mistake. These things are all intentional. These people know what they're doing. So to me, yes, you ask anybody for the most part across the board, they probably do not feel safe with Biden as their president when it comes to America. If you have the decision of having Biden as our president leader and China's going to attack us, I'm very concerned.
The president isn't the one that the president doesn't make decisions.
Saying he negotiates, he talks to people as a certain
negotiation as a president.
He's still the leader and the face of our country. Do you understand the difference there?
The face, yeah.
No, but don't you understand there's an image there? You could be the best fucking lawyer in the world. You pull up with a fucking ponytail, ripped jeans, and flip flops on, and you're all tatted up. I'm no judgment call. You're gonna have a different view. Someone's gonna look at you differently, and you be the best lawyer in the world. You're still gonna fucking. I'm not saying it's right. It's a reality. They're gonna view that lawyer as a different kind of lawyer.
Okay.
So if you think he's a great president,
I never said that.
You think he's a good president?
You never said that.
Okay. You're not making a judgment call whether he's good or bad.
I'm talking about weak and strong, not good or bad. And I said, I don't know yet.
Okay, well,
I'm not making a judgment call. Isn't that fair? Aren't I allowed to say, I don't know?
You're allowed to say anything you want.
That's all I'm saying. I don't know yet.
I think it's pretty sad if you can't see that he's a weak president. Even the vice president?
The only thing that I can see him being weak is because of his age.
Wait, the vice president? The fact that when she put it on a tweet or Instagram, having a good long weekend?
That's weak?
No, that's disrespect to...
Disrespect is not weakness.
But that's purposeful. So therefore, she does not support our army. That sends a message. She's not there to support our fucking army. She's there for her own agenda. Say, let me do this. There's a big difference there. If you support our fucking army, our military forces, you would have even the slightest respect. So when it comes time to do something, yeah, I don't fucking trust her for our safety. Or all these people with Pelosi.
I agree. I don't trust.
Listen, Pelosi or says defund, or we don't need this, but yet they all have their own private fucking security. Or Newsom or Pelosi or Cuomo, you must wear the mask, and they're not wearing the fucking mask. These are hypocrite people, and I don't want them defending my country, and I care about the safety of my family, which means the safety of my country, and then my money. That's the most important thing. And Biden could be the nice. He's fucking weak. Period. You need, like you said, I want someone who's got, like we talk about narcissism, this, that. You look at the difference in the advertisements. Everyone has a role. Well, 47 years in office, he hasn't done anything, he hasn't accomplished anything, and I can't even name anything he's ever accomplished, or he has. I don't know if he can even name it. Well, now he's going to a higher position because he's the puppet, anti-Trump. So, you can't tell me he's a strong president, and you want him in your corner. Who would you want in your corner? You want me
Myself.
back?
No, I don't want...
Wait, but it's not. That's not reality.
It is.
No, it's not. Be. Okay, we're gonna go back to anarchy.
Yeah, you live in a country that's ruled by people that you hate. That's stupid. Okay. Don't live in that country. Don't accept it.
But we're not talking about anarchy. We're talking about what exists right now. That's what the issue is. We're not talking about
whether 2 years ago, a pandemic didn't exist, and now it does. You never thought it would.
But I'm talking literally about right now today about...
So we should never speculate about things that could happen.
No, but we're talking about the China thing. It's a concern of mine.
Okay, yeah.
It's an imminent thing. So I'm talking about that right now. Not what are we going to do in 3 years from now. I'm just talking about that one issue. You understand that? That's what Otherwise, say, well, we could talk about it. Let's worry about it in a week from now and see what happens. That's not realistic. This is an imminent concern. So I'm answering. So yeah, I don't want him. Do you want Burke backing you up in a fight? Do you want me backing you up in a fight?
Well, I've seen you fight. I've never seen Burke fight. I've never seen Biden.
Okay, then you can
stand up to a country.
Then what you can do is then if there's ever a situation and you're called for a fight and you can bring somebody.
I don't know why you're getting upset at me for saying I don't know yet.
I'm not getting upset.
I'm saying is I haven't seen. Have you seen him? And I'm asking you, have you seen him be weak? Because tell me, enlighten me on how.
From what I've seen and perceived,
tell me example.
I'm not giving because from the beginning of let's say the campaign
asking you
to
to
now,
convince me that he's weak.
I told
by
you
saying he's weak isn't a good.
I don't need to convince you. I'm just telling you.
No, but I'm not saying. I'm asking you. I don't know yet. So if you think he's weak, tell me because I don't know.
Okay, Bronson.
So you don't want to talk about it?
No, because I don't even know if I.
Because I think you don't have anything to base your.
No,
you're just making judgments based on what you want to think about.
Wait. Don't we all make judgments? from what we see. Half the time the guys don't know what he's even talking about when he's speaking. And when he does speak, I don't even think he, as a president, I think he's talking about things that he shouldn't as a president. There's things he gets involved in that I don't think he should get involved with. I don't think that he really is the, there's nothing I'm aware of that he's ever done in the past 47 years in office. I think he's fucking corrupt. I think his children are fucking corrupt. I think he's in the pockets of these foreign countries. I think that he is, because he's an old, I think somewhat senile and delusional person, that he's the puppet for the other people that are pulling the fucking strings. I don't like Pelosi. I don't like, I don't like Harris. And I don't like the disrespect to our armed forces our military, when she made that fucking comment, which says what she cares about them. Therefore, that's an important thing. If someone, like, for example, just made an anti-comment, a comment that was against something that I believe in, yeah, I don't like that person. That's the world we live in. I'm not saying cancel. I'm saying not like cancel culture. I'm saying the reality is I don't have to like that person. There's nothing he's done to prove to me that he should be in his position as a president, that he's of leader quality. It's completely the opposite. That's my opinion. Printing more money. He's weak. He's a fucking weak president. Doesn't mean he's an asshole. He's a weak fucking president. Jimmy Carter was a nice guy. He was a fucking weak president. He did more when he wasn't a president.
You just said that Ronald Reagan and Jimmy Carter were the strong ones. Those were your
No, I said I'd rather have Reagan over Jimmy Carter. I didn't say Jimmy Carter was a strong one.
I thought you said I'd rather have Reagan and Carter.
No, Jimmy Carter was a weak president.
That's why I laughed. I was like, Jimmy Carter's strong
weak.
President.
No, weak.
Okay. Yeah, I misunderstood you.
That's the analogy, because they were similar times.
I think all the leaders in the world are weak right now except Putin and Xi. And Bolsonaro in Brazil is strong, but not in a good way. But like all the G7 leaders, so like G7 met this week. That's like it's an economic conference that all the world leaders go to once a year, and they discuss the world. It's bullshit. They just like have speeches and all this stuff. And so I think it was like the 7 nations are the US, UK, France, Germany, Japan. I forget who the other ones are. And first of all, they took their picture, right? They take a picture of all the leaders. So it's like Biden with Macron, who's the president of France, and Canada's there. Justin Trudeau was there. And they're all taking a picture, and they're all 6 feet apart in the picture. And then you can watch the video of it. Right as the picture ends, they all come together and start shaking hands.
It's bullshit.
And it's like, why? It's all just theater. Why'd they take the picture?
Why do that? Right.
Why not just take a normal picture?
Okay, it's that these leaders being told by the publicists, you got to stand 6 feet apart. Could you
and
imagine?
There are pictures of the event where they're all mingling with no masks, and then like the service and the staff for them, who's like catering the event, are all in masks. And it's like, but what?
It's all bullshit.
What do you?
I agree with you. I agree with you.
All those leaders at the G7 are all weak.
I'm sure.
And that's why Putin and Xi didn't go, because they're like, why the fuck would we go?
You'll waste my time. Correct.
And the leaders, so they're holding a conference on on how to fix the economies of the world that they themselves destroyed. 2 years ago, the economies of the world weren't destroyed. They destroyed them through COVID. And now they're like, here are the solutions.
They're a fucking joke. I agree. The fucking leaders are a joke. I did not disagree with you on that one.
That's why we get rid of leaders.
Well, how would you handle
the fact that
if we didn't have a government, and you have this issue with China, and you had these nuclear warheads?
Okay.
How does our society handle that?
Well,
America.
They haven't.
I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm answering you. China hasn't launched a nuclear warhead yet. Why do you think if we are in a government, like if it's just us living in Florida, why would they want to nuke us if we don't have a government?
Let me ask a question.
More than if we did.
What if they say, we want to take over America land?
But they haven't. So why would they want to?
But no, I don't know. I'm not asking why they want to. I don't know why people do things. People change all the time, right? So if they say, we now want to go ahead and take over America.
Having no government doesn't mean you don't have to have an army.
Well, who manages the country army, the entire country?
You get together and you choose someone to manage it.
That's a government. Or you outsource. Isn't that a government?
No. Or you outsource it. Or you say, all right, Germany, we're going to hire your army, and Japan, we're going to hire your army. All right, fight for us.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Of course it does.
It would not work.
Dad, there are dozens of countries in the world right now that don't have armies, and they levy other countries' armies, and they make pacts and allyships with other countries so that if they get attacked, Costa Rica doesn't have an army.
Yeah, but nobody wants Costa Rica.
Costa Rica has beautiful, beautiful coastline and a lot of resources. Oil, jungle, a lot of natural resources. They've never been invaded ever. They don't have an army. Why isn't China going right into Costa Rica and taking over? They don't have an army.
Because it's not America. There's a difference, Bronson. See,
So
America wouldn't
what
allow
if,
it.
what if we're...
No.
Wait. So Costa Rica isn't being taken over because they're not America.
Because America's the power has always been that
Right. So if we're not America, if America doesn't exist, then we're not the power. So why would they want to take us down?
Bronson, there's no doubt China would want to come and take over America.
What if we're not America?
Call it whatever you want.
No. But what if it's not a thing?
Parameters of our border.
So they only
of the
want us
United
for the
States.
land?
No, they would come in and take it over.
Why?
Because in the eyes of going back, it still would be America. Just because we don't have a government and we separate into the newer state individual.
So
governments.
they just would want us because they would want us.
I think that's the reason why you have problem there, because they want America, the freedom. See, it's this whole what we believe in. I'm telling you, that's the problem. You don't have to agree, but that's the problem. I know you don't.
Because if we're not America, then we don't believe in that stuff. Then why would they want us?
I also don't think you have enough life experience to be out there to understand it. You're just basing your opinions based on what you read and you see on the internet. That's all it is.
Yeah, I've never been involved in geopolitical warfare. Never in my life.
No, but I'm talking about the world and being out there and experiencing things and people and business and various. I just don't think you have you're not out there even talking. You're just going based on what you're reading.
Most of it is just what I've thought. I've barely read about anarchy. It's just what I've thought about. Why do I need someone governing my life?
Who pays for the streets? We went over this again. We went over this. I don't think it.
The government doesn't fucking pay for the streets right now. The streets are all destroyed.
I don't think it would happen. I think we'd have a bigger problem if we didn't have some sort of government, global government.
Global government?
Like what we have, the federal government to protect our lands.
The federal government doesn't protect our lands. They do a horrible job at everything they do. What good thing does the government do?
Talk about our military. I support our military.
We could have the military without the government.
I don't think it'd be so easy. It wouldn't be so easy, Bronson.
Why? The government is so inefficient. If we had a private company that ran the military, you know how efficient that would be? And if we didn't like them, we fired them because they were inefficient. Half of the military is private anyways. Who do you think makes all the shit for the military? Boeing, Raycon, or Radion, Northrop Grumman. Those are all private companies. That's the military. The only people that aren't private in the military are the soldiers. But the actual, everything in the military that's built, all the machines, all the planes, all the guns, all the missiles, all the rockets, all the nukes, everything is private.
But they're made by private manufacturers, but they're paid for by the government, right?
Okay, and who pays the government? Us.
And then they're run by the government.
Yeah,
You're talking about the hardware. The organization is run by the government.
Okay. So all we do is we take it away. So the organization can still exist as it does. We take it away from the government, which you admit is.
So what do you do? What do you do? So each individual state by state. How do you handle that for the entire, all our states? How do you handle that?
We can all just agree to do things.
And what if you don't agree?
Then you litigate. You negotiate through it.
How do you can't litigate that? They don't agree. Say no. We don't want to hire that army.
Okay, so then we say okay, we will.
Okay, so we hire in Florida, but the people in
then
Georgia,
they don't get protection.
So in Georgia, so their result of it, it's so close to home. Look what's going on with Israel and Palestine. Okay, the borders are so close. You can't have that'd be a major problem. Where Georgia,
then what do you do about Mexico and Texas? Those borders are so close. We don't share an army with Mexico.
But Texas was part of our country.
Right. So what if there was a war in Mexico and it was coming to the border of Texas?
But Mexico's like New Jersey. Nobody wants Mexico.
Right. But what you're saying is borders.
I'm saying
if one place is attacking another place.
For example, what if New York? We want a different government than we want a different army than let's say New York State, which could be very well positioned, right?
Okay.
I think that's a problem.
Why? We already are so different than New York State. Why should we? We already have such different governments and ways of living. Literally, when I go to New York next month, I have to show papers to go there. That's a different country than Florida.
All right, I know we keep coming back to this. It gives me a headache. I hear what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying. I literally understand what you're saying. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just think implementing is not going to be so easy.
I never said it would be easy.
And also, it's an interesting concept, but I think it's truly hypothetical because it will never happen.
12 minutes ago when we were talking about Biden and everything, you said the government's weak, the government's corrupt, the government is full of crooks, the government is, right? Like you went on all these things. The government's bad.
And what if you prioritize it and it becomes sort of like when it's a hurricane, these companies start doing price gouging. What if they say, now we have a fucking monopoly like Amazon
There wouldn't
does?
be monopolies. That's the government is a monopoly.
No,
the government can price gouge however they want because they are a monopoly.
There's
yes, the government is a monopoly.
But
the military is a monopoly. The police are a monopoly. The IRS is a monopoly. That's why all these places are absolute scams.
Okay.
I'm just. You are the one that said yourself the government sucks.
Everybody feels that.
Right, exactly. So why are we letting them make all the important decisions in life?
I agree
if they
with you.
suck?
I don't know.
That's all it is.
I don't know
to
the
me.
answer to it.
All it is to me is if you think the government sucks and you're okay with them making all the decisions in your life, then you're stupid.
You're right. No, but I don't think. But it's a tough answer. Of
course,
we can't even get fucking people to think the way we think to say what we say. They're afraid to say it. So only the left side fucking wins and says it. People are afraid about being white and white privilege or being a white male or having money and working hard. People are afraid of that. You think they're going to fucking go to the next level? Basic 101. They're so fucking pussies of being canceled, speaking their mind of what people think about them or not liking them. And how society, which is making everybody equals and bringing the leader people down and trying to bring people up that are not capable of being brought up, whatever it might be. It's a fucking problem. So I agree with you, but I don't know how it would never, ever, 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 ever get implemented, ever.
That's super naive of you.
I think it's realistic, not naive.
300 years ago, before the United States existed, and you told someone and you explained to someone what the United States looked like today, they would literally kill you because they'd be like, you're so delusionally crazy.
You're right.
They'd be like, you're so crazy that you can't be in our society, so we have to kill you.
But I think
we're living it.
I think things are probably simpler and easier to change back then than it is now. I think things are so intertwined.
Oh, things are so much easier to change now, Dad. Think about 5 years ago to now, we live in a different world. Things change so rapidly now because of the internet, because of social media, because of the connectivity between people. I can get I can spread my voice to 5 million people tomorrow.
But
so
didn't happen because there was violence involved, and
then what happened?
America become because of war and violence and territory, and today it's different. I don't think people are willing to jeopardize and have that kind of battle.
Maybe not. You don't need a battle to leave a government.
But I don't.
You just need numbers.
Half
of the last week. This is another good news story. Last week, 20 counties, I believe it was 20 counties in the state of Oregon, voted to leave the state of Oregon and join the state of Idaho because they don't like what's going on with the government of Oregon.
That's awesome.
Would you? Right. That's
an interesting point. You're right. That's a big statement.
5 years ago, that would have never happened. That would have never. Counties within states just leaving and going to other states.
What you're saying makes sense. I don't know. Nothing would surprise me. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Life would continue on as normal. It would just be privatized. I don't know.
I still think
it would be.
I still think there'll be
paradigm shift.
No, Bronson, it's not so easy, Bronson. You're talking in a.
When did I ever say the word easy?
Okay, it's just prioritize. It's just a private.
I said it's not a paradigm shift.
No, meaning you just privatize it. It's not so simple. And there's still, by the way, still plenty of corruption.
I'm admitting it's not simple.
Plenty of corruption with privatizing it too.
Oh, of course, you're not going to get rid of corruption. what you're going to get rid of is someone making decisions for you that isn't you. When everything's private, you make the decisions for your own life. You hire the people you want to hire, and you don't.
How can how do we have an impact on who the state hires?
There isn't a state.
The state of Florida, there'll still be a state of Florida.
No, that's...
So it's just land?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's a society. What? That's what it is.
No. What are borders of the society?
Why do you need borders?
So who votes?
You don't.
You need to vote somebody in the fucking run to protect us.
No, but you come together in your community, and if you're worried about someone invading, you go to all the neighbors and you say, okay, let's meet, and I want to talk about this.
Are you on drugs? Are you fucking on drugs? Seriously, has COVID fucked you up that bad? Because let me explain something to you. You think let's go around our 8 neighbors, that's going to protect us from the China warheads?
No, but also
you want to do neighborhood watch?
No, but also you would lay
neighborhood watch. Let's do it.
You would lay foundations in place. So, Dad, you're a lawyer, right? There are things in this country that we've agreed to decades ago, right? We've agreed to these rules in this country, and now when something happens, you as a lawyer, this is your job. You go back to those things decades ago, and you go, if A happens, then B. Okay, that's what it says in the book. Okay, A just happened. Here it is. Let's B. Right? That's what law is. There are written things down that everyone agrees to. Everyone in society agrees to these things.
Not so black and white, Bronny. The law, Bronson. You can interpret law so differently. Go back to legislative history and intent. You make the arguments. There's case law. There's new law.
So there would be courts and
no, but Bronny, let me explain something.
We already live in an anarchist world.
Bronny.
There's no government that governs Mexico, Canada, and America.
There's a government that governs America?
No, there's not a government that governs those 3 countries, is what I'm saying. So on the global...
There's no higher supreme that's going to govern everybody.
Exactly. So what happens if a Canadian kills an American in Mexico? There's no super government.
He goes to jail in Mexico.
Right, no.
You asked me, that's what happens.
There are pre-set upon rules that the 3 countries have agreed to.
No.
Yes.
If he kills somebody in Mexico, I don't care if he's from Canada.
If a Canadian kills an American in Mexico.
He goes to jail in Mexico.
Okay, but then that was
a crime.
No, he doesn't go to jail in Mexico.
It's a crime. Yes, it does.
I don't think so.
It's
You know Mexican law?
Listen, it's a crime. He goes to jail in that
But
area.
it wasn't a crime against the Mexican citizen.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
No, it does not. Does not matter.
So then let's do it. So America has extradition. So let's do it another way. I could keep going on and on.
But there might be extradition laws based on certain things. But if somebody, for example, I go ahead and beat up a guy. I'm in Mexico on vacation, and I punch a fucking guy who's from Argentina, and I beat the shit out of him. Guess what? I'm going to jail in Mexico. It's not a U.S. Argentina issue. It's you committed a crime on the land and soil of Mexico. You're going to fucking jail and gun by those laws.
The world is already anarchist between countries. There's no real borders. There's no real law between countries.
I'm just talking about our federal. This is all sort of federal government protection. I said it's a big threat and a big issue with China with the warheads, and I don't feel comfortable with Biden and what's in our political office protecting us. That's all this is. So I don't think. By the way, I don't think coming down where I speak to my 8 neighbors in in this area over here, where we say, let's do neighborhood watch and let's hope it gets bigger. I will never be able to reach. I won't be able to reach the people in Jacksonville. This fucking mess. I won't be able to reach the people in Jacksonville.
What?
Jacksonville. How am I going to reach these people and get them all to come together?
Just go to your Facebook group that you're all in or something like that. That's what you do.
When it comes down to put up or shut up, most people shut up and they don't put up.
Okay, so then you don't want those people in your society.
But we're gonna go. We're repeating the same. Honestly, I'm getting. I don't even know what to even say. Honestly, I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm not trying to be a dick. I disagree with you. I like it conceptually and theoretically. I tend to agree with you. Like our government's a joke. They're fucking weak. They can't balance a budget. They're in debt. They're in debt. They run a deficit. They create inflation. There's no checks and balances. They're fucking morons. Agree with all that. I wish, and I like your theory. I get it. I like it. It makes a lot of sense to me. I think implementation is very hard and enforcement is very hard. Now, you're right. 300 years ago, did I ever think, 10 years ago, I never thought we would be where we are today. Not in a billion fucking years. So Could it happen? Yes. I'm sorry about the mask. I don't have enough knowledge or expertise to figure out in my brain to think forward like that, how to implement it. So, and I don't want to throw up my hands either because I would like to believe that there is a way to change it, but I am very, like you, anti-government, so I agree with you. I just don't know what to do. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So I'm not saying you're wrong. I just think you're giving general conclusory statements.
Well, I'm giving general statements because I can't go into detail.
Because you don't know how. Not negative. Me too. Right. I don't know how to implement it.
Right. I can't tell you
I don't know.
And it would also be a 17-hour long podcast
right.
if I did.
I don't know what to do about this government. All I know is we just have to speak up and hopefully get somebody. Like, I like DeSantis. I like what he stands for. I think he's strong. I like his views. I like his zero tolerance
It just has
personality.
never made sense to me my whole life that other people make decisions for my life. That's never made sense to me.
Well, they don't really make decisions for your life. We live in certain
they
rules.
100% do.
No, there's rules and procedures in place that we have to, as a society, have to.
Right, but a
deal
lot
with.
of those, but you should choose which rules you want.
Okay, that's a whole, and we're only been an hour and 10 minutes, so I don't want to have that discussion. But I disagree with you because you might have your rule, I might have my rule. We might be neighbors, and it can create chaos. I don't know if I agree with that statement. I'm just saying I don't agree with that statement. I'm okay. Listen, you know me. I'm a strong personality. You think I'd have the opposite view. I think that we all need to live by certain rules. What if someone says, I don't care. I'm going to drive 100 miles an hour on the road. I don't give a fuck. It's a school zone. And I should drive 10 miles an hour. I don't care. I don't have children. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to take my sports car and drive 100 miles an hour. Or someone says, you know what? I'm going to spray paint my house. I know you live in a great community. But I'm just spray paint my outside of my house, all graffiti, do this, whatever. You're like, fuck, that's going to decrease the value of my neighborhood. They need some sort of community.
Well, that second one is very different than the first.
Listen, but what I'm saying is,
the second one, the person should 100% be able to do whatever the fuck they want to do with their own house.
You say that now. Hear me out for it. Listen. You say that now until you work hard one day and you buy your own home and you want to appreciate.
Who are you to tell a person what they can do with their own property?
Listen. When you move into a community, there are certain things. For example, zoning. There's certain things that whatever to keep the beautification and the structure of and the integrity of our community. For example, you drive. This is a simple analogy. You drive a 95 Broward Boulevard from Broward County to directly, and when you come over to Palm Beach County, the roads are so much better because the taxes are probably a little bit higher. And there's better. So I like that.
Yeah, that could still happen in an anarchist
No,
society.
because someone says, I'll give you an example. I am the president of my condo board.
Like we were watching Sweet Tooth, that neighborhood that they lived in, that was an anarchist society. They all agreed to certain rules.
Well, no, but I don't know because they didn't.
They all agreed to
because
rules.
the Indian doctor didn't know. He didn't agree to people being burned.
He went along with it until he didn't, and then he left when he didn't agree with it. He left.
No, he didn't leave. He got burned.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Listen,
but he agreed with it because he was part of the community.
No, but sometimes people just agree because we talked about last episode. There's timid people.
Okay.
And they're okay. So I'll give you an example.
But that was a fully anarchist society.
No, but wait. And I just lost my train of thought.
Your condo board or whatever.
So I'm in the condo, and there's like 4 or 5 people in the condo, and I own basically the largest. Me and one other person owns the largest amount of space. So my monthly dues are more than everyone else's because I own more per square footage, and they want to redo the parking lot. It's like $100,000, or we can reseal it for $20,000. So I'm like, I want to reseal it. I don't need it. I have cover. It's a parking lot. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Then spend $100,000. Well, so.
By the way, this is fully anarchist. This condo board is not a government. It's a group of people making decisions for each other in a community.
Well, but there's bylaws and declarations
right.
filed.
There would be bylaws and declarations.
In our household on our roof, we have an anarchy, right? We talk about things and make decisions.
That condo board is anarchist. There's no overarching governing board on you.
But there is, because the state declarations have to be filed.
Right, but what if you did it without the state? It would work like you coming together and making decisions.
What if I said, now let's assume there's 50 units, and the law states that you have to have certain enough escrows for roof repair, painting, and certain things. You have to have an amount in escrow. And what if I said there was no law to that? And I said, you know what? I own a third of the building. And I know we need a new roof, but fuck it. I'm not fucking paying. I don't agree I want a new roof. And everyone else on the 2/3, their roof was leaking. And they pay in. We all share the common area. We all share the whatever, the elevators and that. I'm like, fuck it. I'm not paying.
I think so. I think a big thing that you're not even thinking of is
No, but
like
you need to
social
think of that.
pressure and ostracization.
Wait.
People being ostracized from a society is a big fucking
Bronson
motivator.
By the way,
if everyone in the community says Jon Bloom is dead to us because he doesn't follow along with the community guidelines, and then you never have any social interaction with anyone, you're gonna follow the community guidelines.
I don't know if I agree. I say, I'll do it in a year from now. I don't want to do the leak right now. Right now, I'll do it in a year from now. I don't want to. If the roof's leaking, I'm 1/3 of the building.
We got to end this conversation because we could keep going, and I'm not feeling well.
All right. Wow, that was abrupt.
No, I'm just.
Right, you got it. All right. Love you, Bronny. Thank you, everybody. You good?
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk.
What do you mean?
We'll talk later.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we will. We live on the same roof.
Well, I'm going to have to go up to my quarantine.
Under our anarchist household.
Yeah, the house is fully anarchist, but it works. There are still laws in the house. There are rules that are made in the house that I know I shouldn't break.
5 people. You have 100 people living in the room. Give me an example. You going to the fucking Hamptons? You're going to Hamptons, and you paid your share for the Hampton house for the week to 10 days ago, July 4th, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And Bryce wants to come stay. You're like, he's going to have to pay a part of it.
Yeah.
Because it's not fair. What if you said, you know what, fuck it, Bryce, you're not paying part of it if you're going to come stay for 4 or 5 days. I don't give a shit. They can go fuck themselves.
Then they ostracize me.
And you'll survive. You have a strong personality.
After a while, people don't survive being removed from society.
Do you understand what I'm saying, though? But do you understand it doesn't work? It's not so black and white.
Oh, it's not.
You need to understand there's a lot of gray. Now, when I first met your mom, was with your mom, and we weren't even engaged, and I met her aunt, Aunt Faye, very nice woman, let her rest in peace. I was very matter of fact. I was in law school. I was a know-it-all. I was your age, black and white. And she says, you'll see, Jon. This is what Aunt Faye said. Life isn't so black and white. It's a lot more gray than black and white. And you know what? She's right. And with life experience, you'll see.
I agree.
I know, but you're making it very matter of fact, and it doesn't work that way. That's
I'm talking in ideals. I'm not talking in realities.
Okay.
Because it's not the world.
I like the idea. I'm anti-government.
I'm not saying this is the truth. I'm talking.
It's okay. I'm just having a conversation. There's no judgment here. I like the idea of I'm very anti-government, so I support what you're saying. I have no idea how to implement it. That's all. All right. On that note, love you guys. Ronnie, love you. Feel better. Go back to your cave.
Okay.
You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me. The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid.